All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are back for another night of exciting, hard-hitting, explosive football at Roosevelt Field. Ladies and gentlemen, you just got finished watching our senior night celebration, and tonight we've got a lot of excitement in store for you, our intrepid football viewing audience. We have a banner that says, "We heart our seniors." We have a concentric circle. We have coaches running. We have a less than capacity crowd, which means that, ladies and gentlemen, you still have time to get down here. Get down here, watch the game. But wait, this isn't viewing live, so hopefully you're cuddled up with a cup of hot chocolate on a cold winter's night, cuddled up by a fire, watching your gridiron heroes, the Norristown Eagles, on their way to victory. Tough one last week. It was a very tough game last week against the Souderton Indians, and the Souderton Indians have been demolishing all of their opponents, and last week, unfortunately, was no exception. What started out as a 14-0 dream, great dream on the part of the Norristown Eagles, thanks to 2 quick turnovers by Souderton and 2 quick touchdowns, soon turned into a Halloween-esque fright night as the rhinoceros-esque ground game featuring their fullback, Megatron, ran over the Norristown Eagles as if they weren't even there. Tonight, the Norristown Eagles are going to remedy that against a very tough Hatboro Horsham team. Coaches are coming out. The refs are coming out. Hatboro's jogging away. Tonight, the Norristown Eagles have a must-win game. I know I've said this before, but tonight is definitely a must-win. If the Eagles do not win tonight, they can kiss their shot of going to the playoffs goodbye. If they do win tonight, they're pretty much in the playoffs. So it's a very important game for the Norristown Eagles. And here they come, led by Anthony Wise and Alex Dinalfi, Pete Nguyen, and Russell Graham. The Norristown Eagles take the field. The band is blaring. The tubas are pumping. The bass drums are blasting, and we are ready for football. And it's finally fall around here. It's good to know sometimes, it's good to be reminded that the season of fall is still possible. And it's nice and crisp tonight. A good night for hard hits, a good night for thrills, spills, and chills, and a great night for Norristown Area Eagles football. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dave Fazzini, and for camera person Sam Pitkin, we bring you another exciting week of Norristown football. We welcome you folks who are watching us across the world on www.nasd.k12.pa.us. We also welcome our local viewers on Comcast Channel 27. We're always trying to increase our fan base. We're always trying to get new people to be witness to the excitement that is Norristown Eagles football. And we're getting everybody ready. We're getting everybody fired up. Hopefully, the game tonight matches the enthusiasm out there on the field. And hopefully, we get a good game. Like I said before, it's senior night. There's seniors. We had some tributes paid to our hardworking seniors who've put their blood, sweat, and tears there out on the field for 4 years of Norristown Eagles football. Years of two-a-days, years of practices, years of rain, years of snow, years of sleet, years of hail, and on Saturday, floods that wiped out the game. Tonight, the field looks so beautiful here at historic Roosevelt Field. The green grass is as green as it's ever been, even greener than it's ever been, because we finally got some rain. Now for our national anthem. All right, after that rendition of the national anthem, we are almost ready to get underway as our captains go out to meet. Number 34 for Norristown, Matt Booker. Number 59, Pete Nguyen. For the visiting Hatboro Horsham Hatters, number 34, Don Smith, and number 54, Bill Wambold. The captains are meeting midfield. The referees are wishing them good luck. The keys for Norristown tonight are to get off to a good start in their passing game and running attacks and to shut down Hatboro Horsham on the ground. Hatboro Horsham has been a fierce team on the ground with their fullbacks running like the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Tonight, hopefully, that will end as Norristown's stingy defense tries to take away running lanes and opportunities. Last week, though, Norristown's defense did not look so stingy. In fact, they were very overly generous, as it were, in gifting Souderton's fullback and Souderton's litany of running backs far too many yards. And that's what cost them the game in that fourth quarter. Souderton just tromped all over the field at their will, and Norristown's defense submitted to their every whim. This cannot happen anymore. It's time for Norristown's defense to draw a line in the sand, and it's time for Norristown's defense to get some toughness there up front, because in their first few games, when they were playing tough up front, they had no problem winning. In the last few games, especially the Souderton game, they've been losing the battle at the line of scrimmage. It's time for Norristown to get that back. Captains are still discussing all of the possible permutations of the coin toss. Last I checked, there were only two, heads and tails, and it seems that we've come to some sort of reasonable conclusion. Norristown has won the toss, and Norristown has elected to receive, which is usually wise because Norristown has the fearsome triumvirate of Wise and Mayer and Roby back there to return kicks and possibly at any time take it to the house. So we shall see if tonight there's another explosive run back on the opening kick. When Norristown does it, that's so demoralizing to opposing offenses when Norristown can run back that first kick. You've seen that in a couple games, and you've seen it happen. Hopefully it can happen here again. Coach Tom Pierantozzi talking to the special teams along with Brian Kennedy, Rowan Watson, and Coach E.J. Smith. Coaches are suited up. Coaches are ready to go. Ellis, Wise, and Mayer back deep with Good, Roby, and Ellis making the second line. And we are going to get it on here tonight at historic Roosevelt Field, named for Theodore and his Rough Riders. Much like the uphill charge at San Juan Hill, this could very well be an uphill charge for the Norristown Eagles here tonight to gain a final playoff berth. But if they win tonight, they are masters of their own destiny. If they lose, they're done. Fielded by Mayer, 25. Sheldon Mayer is out to the 37-yard line, chugging his legs, but his forward progress is stopped at Norristown 37, where Norristown will take over, led by the fearsome howitzer-esque arm of quarterback number 3, Russell Graham. Hooking up with his favorite receiver, Alex Donalfi. Graham and Donalfi have been a magical combination all season, hooking up for 8 touchdowns so far this year. So if Norristown can get off to a good start on offense, they'll go a long way towards securing victory in tonight's contest. Backs in the eye. Graham under center. Graham fumbles the snap. The pile, we're going to wait to see who recovers. Initial signs are that Hatboro Horsham has recovered the fumble on the first play of the game, and ladies and gentlemen, that is no good. I said this at the pregame show. Norristown cannot afford to give gifts to the Hatboro Horsham Hatters. This is too good a team to be giving presents to them so early. I realize that the holidays are coming up, but we've got to be a little more stingy. They need a lump of coal in their stocking instead of these generous field position presents. Number 22, Mike Bobrin, takes it all the way down to the Norristown 18-yard line. What a turn of fortunes. Norristown's defense has to come up huge here and stop them. Norristown does not want to give up a touchdown on the first drive of the game. Got a single back. All the way down to the 5-yard line is number 20, Dan Schnaden. Schnaden takes it down to the 20, and it's hard to imagine a more disadvantageous position for this Norristown defense. Backed up at their own 5, Hatboro's on the move. Runs it down to the 1-yard line. Norristown's defense is going to have to tighten up here. Norristown's defense really has to come out aggressive in this goal line, get some penetration, and push Hatboro back. But that didn't happen. Touchdown, Hatboro Horsham. An early touchdown can be very demoralizing for a team because only 1 minute 31 seconds has elapsed so far here in the first quarter. With 10:29 left to go in the first, the Hatboro Horsham Hatters are up 6 pending the extra point, which is up and is good. So with 10 minutes and 29 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Hatboro Horsham Hatters 7, the Norristown Eagles nothing, but they're going to receive the kick. It's imperative that Norristown run this one back and they get good field position after this because they simply cannot afford any more mistakes. They spotted them 7, they've got to stop it. Ellis, Wise, and Mayer back deep for the Norristown Eagles. Ready to receive the kick from number 9, Ryan Nowak. No, 35. The kick is short. Single bounce taken by Terrell Ellis. Ellis, big hit. What a impressive piece of running, hard-nosed piece of running by Terrell Ellis, but takes it out again to the ill-fated 38-yard line, the site of so many disasters in the first series of downs for Norristown. That was Hatboro Horsham's mystery kicker, number 35, the man who shall not be named. Backs in the eye. Graham backs in the eye. Handoff goes to Booker. Booker eludes one tackler, and Booker with a nice piece of running gains 7 yards on first down. Impressive gain by Booker, bringing it almost to midfield, bringing it to the Norristown 45-yard line. They've got to get Matt Booker involved in the offense early and often here if they're going to win this game. Second down and 3 to go for Norristown. Single back Booker, 4 wide. Handoff again to Booker. Booker with a nice piece of running, making people pay. Booker brings it down to the 39-yard line of Hatboro Horsham, and Booker hits people and looks like he goes out of his way to hit people and bring some abuse. Booker says, "You may hit me, you may bring me down, but I am going to make you suffer." Davis and Booker in the backfield. Booker back deep. Graham, inside handoff to Ron Davis. Davis takes it off tackle. Good run by number 21, Ron Davis, on a nice play. Nice play called by Coach E.J. Smith. Pickup of a first down. Good hard-nosed running by 21, Ron Davis, lowering his shoulders and hitting hard. Ron's like a bowling ball out there. It's tough to bring him down, and he also takes a sadistic glee in punishing defenders as he smashes them, knocking them over like 9 pins. Single back. Davis, again with the handoff. Playing the hot hand as Davis runs for another 5 yards there on first down. It's going to be 2nd down and 5 with 8 minutes and 46 seconds here to go in the first quarter. Ron Davis is running hard. Matt Booker's running hard. The Eagles are on the move. The Eagles are inside the Hatboro 30, and they need to score here, like two heavyweight fighters trading haymakers. Backs in the eye. Handoff to Booker. Booker bounces it outside. Booker bounces it outside again. A flag, and this one does not look good, kids. Nice run by Booker, but I think it's all for naught. Holding on Norristown. Spot foul. We'll have to see where the refs put the ball. Second and 4 yards to go. Remember, in a high school game, the holding is a spot foul, not taken off. The yardage is not taken off from the original line of scrimmage, but the yardage is taken off from the end of the run. So it's 2nd and 4. That's not as disastrous as it would have been had this been a college or pro game, but still not good. They were waiting on Booker all day there. Booker with a very minimal gain there on 2nd down. Going to bring up a third and about 3.5 for the Norristown Eagles. The 3rd and 3 for Norristown. Russell Graham runs in the play from Coach E.J. Smith. We've yet to see Norristown throw the ball yet. We wonder what's going to happen here on 3rd down. Probably taking Booker off tackle. Backs in the eye. Graham drops back. Graham's got a man deep in the end zone, but he overthrows number 19, Alex Dinalfi. He had Dinalfi in the corner of the end zone. Dinalfi gets expert separation, but Graham just couldn't quite get it there to him on 3rd down. With 4th down and 2, that's going to bring on the Eagles. They're going for the gusto here, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to. Norristown calls timeout, wishing to reconsider this decision. 7 minutes and 15 seconds here to go in the first quarter. The Norristown Eagles are now down 7-0, but they are on the move. But there's 4th and 2 to go from the Hatboro Horsham 22-yard line. Norristown's field goal kicking game this year has been a little bit suspect with several changes at the kicking position. So I don't know if this is necessarily a good time to try to go for the field goal. From here, it's a 39-yarder. No, from here it'll be a 32-yard field goal, so it's a bit too long. Bit too long for. Yeah, the 39-yard field goal will be a bit too far. So they bring in the power formation with Davis lined up in the tailback position. Handoff goes to Davis, lowers his shoulder, and picks up the first with some hardcore running. Ron Davis cannot be denied. The unstoppable Ron Davis. Norristown picks up the first and continues this drive, bringing it down to the Hatboro Horsham 18-yard line with 7:04 left to go here in the first quarter. Graham lines him up in the eye. He's got the Nalfi to the near side. Handoff goes to Booker. Matt Booker is going to walk in for the touchdown. Great piece of running by Matt Booker. You could have driven a train through the hole. The interior of that Eagles offensive line opened up, and that's what they need to do to win. Pound it down their throat. Good run, Matt Booker. Great blocking interior of the Eagles offensive line. Good series, good call. Well done. Number 7, Mike Pearson's on to kick the extra point. Pearson's kick is up and good, and we have a tie ball game with 6:48 here to go in the first quarter. Norristown 7, Hatboro Horsham 7, and we have the Norristown anthem blaring from this band. Double bell euphoniums and big bassoons. Each bassoon having its big fat say as Norristown ties up the score. The enthusiasm in the stands starts to pick up here a little bit as people slowly start to trickle in, realizing that, yes, Virginia, there is a football game here this evening. So they're coming in here on senior night to exhort their gridiron heroes on to further greatness. Looks like Pizzo's going to kick it off. Back deep for Hatboro Horsham. Number 42, Tim Newcomb. And number 4, Ken Williams. The kick is short. And so's the return. Hatboro gets half decent field position, bringing it out to the Norristown 35, where the offense will take over. Norristown can't have a repeat performance of that first series of defensive downs. What Norristown needs to do is really clamp down on that run. Hatboro's not running anything special at them, off tackles and dives. Norristown's just got to stop it. But they had the same problems last week against Solderton. That dive up the middle was the Achilles heel of that Norristown defense as Megatron ran wild. Handoff goes to number 20, Dan Schnaden, and Schnaden picks up very few. Actually, by very few, I mean 6. Norristown's got to do a better job than that. Marcus Robbins in on the stop. 2nd down and 5 for Hatboro. In motion. Handoff goes to the flanker. In motion. Sloppy tackling and poor recognition by the Norristown defensive line as 20 Schnaden brings it all the way down. All the way down to the Norristown 38-yard line. Seems like I've been mentioning that 38-yard line a lot. There's apparently some mystical connection to the 38. Fullback dive right up the middle. Goes to 22, Mike Bobrin. Bobrin runs it right up the middle for a 7-yard gain there on 1st down. It's going to be 2nd down and 3 for Hatboro Horsham with 5:34 here to go in the first. 7-7 ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us on www.nasd.k12.pa.us or channel 27 on Comcast, I'm Dave Fazzini. Hatboro Horsham versus the NAHS Eagles. It's 2nd down. Inside handoff to Bobrin again. He may have enough for the first, depends on the spot. Actually, it's going to be 3rd and short. They're going to come close, so they're going to call for the measurement. They do not call for the measurement. They're confident in the spot. Third down and very short. The way Hatboro's been running today, they should have no problem picking up this on third down. Sloppy tackling there on third down as a quarterback sneak, which should have been a 1-yard gain, is instead protracted into a 5-yard pickup. First down and 10 to go for the Hatboro Horsham Hatters from Norristown's 25, and Hatboro is again on the move. A complete pass. We didn't think we'd be seeing too many of them tonight. Pass goes all the way down to Dan the Man Schnaden. Schnaden picks up a long gainer. Schnaden again. Shandine. Shandine and Bobry running all over this Norristown defense, and it does not appear that anybody has any interest in stopping anyone else. 14-7 now for Hatboro. Here's the point after. The point after is up, and the point after is good. And ladies and gentlemen, what Norristown has to hope is that they're not seeing a repeat performance of last week, because there's no defense being played on this field tonight. I guess both teams have given it up for Lent. One thing I don't understand is that defense is the fun part. Defense is the physical part. Defense is the part where you can get out and hit people. But instead, it's like there's like this weird kind of dancing going on, like a ballroom dance. And Norristown's not going to win any dance competitions tonight. It's not River Dance. It's not Lord of the Dance. It's not Dancing with the Stars. It's not So You Think It Can Dance. It's football. And if we don't start hitting people, Norristown is going to lose this game. Ellis, Wise, and Mayer, the speedy triumvirate back for the Eagles. Here's the kick. The kick is going to be fielded by Mayer. Mayer takes it at the 15. Mayer got a seam. Mayer's going to take it all the way out to the Norristown 43-yard line before being stopped by a host of Hatters. Nice field position by Norristown. They have to hope that Hatboro has also stopped playing defense. Backs in the eye. Nice pickup by Booker there on first down. Booker picks up a solid 5 yards on first. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Norristown Eagles. Two-back set for Norristown with Booker at the tailback position. Play is blown dead. We're going to see about the infraction here on 2nd down. It's an offsides call against Norristown. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. They're going to march it off. False start. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Eagles. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. They got backs in the eye. Graham under center. Graham drops back. He's going to throw. He's got the screen for Booker. Booker's got some blocking. Booker takes it for a gain of about 6 yards. Almost gets back to the line of scrimmage for 4. Going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Norristown Eagles. Norristown's had some success so far this year with that screenplay. They need to run it a bit more often and try to run it to different spots of the field. Matt Booker's a good open field runner, and he's capable of delivering harsh punishments. But he's got to get some room. Got to get some blocking out in front of him. Single back, 4 wide receivers. Roby to the near side. Graham under center. Graham drops back, rolls out, doesn't have anybody. He sees Alex Dinalfi off in the corner, his favorite target. Good catch by Alex Dinalfi, good throw by Russell Graham. Eagles get out of another one, and again, not much in the way of defense being played here at historic Roosevelt Field tonight with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Hatboro is still up 14-7, but Norristown is again on the move at the Hatboro Horsham 35-yard line. Graham with Dinalfi to the near side, the 2 backs. Hand off to Booker. Booker is met immediately and stopped for no gain by number 75, Paul Conboy, and number 55, Nick Convivia. Norristown lines up with backs in the eye, 2nd down and 10 to go. Graham drops back. Graham's going to run it. Graham's got some room. Graham's got the room to the outside. He lowers his shoulder, lowers the boom. Russell Graham will not be denied. Good run by Russell Graham, showing that quarterbacks can be tough guys. Third down and about 1.5 after a punishing blow delivered by Russell Graham. I'm sure that Coach E.J. Smith doesn't always want to see his star quarterback lowering the boom on unsuspecting safeties, but a man's got to do what a man's got to do. Third and short, backs in the eye. Handoff goes to Booker. Booker's going to be stopped. It looks to here just short of the first down. He lost a couple yards on that play. It's going to be 4th down and about 2.5 for the Norristown Eagles, where Booker was stopped. Nice tackle. Good play by Hatboro in the Norristown backfield. The interior of that Eagles offensive line's got to do a better job. Ron Davis is going to be stopped just short of the first down, and Hatboro will take over on downs. That really hurts Norristown because Hatboro so far has looked, if not unstoppable, at least very hard to stop. And Hatboro's offensive line's playing some really solid football here in the first half. With only 15 seconds here to go in the first quarter, Hatboro has a 14-7 lead. And it seems to me like each team has got to score each time if they're going to keep if their respective defenses are going to stay in this. So with 14-7, advantage Hatboro. Nice open field tackle by Dinalfi, but they should have got there. Good pressure applied by the Norristown defense, but they've got to finish and they've got to get that sack. Defensive linemen have to keep their hands up as the first quarter runs down to a close here in the confines of Roosevelt Field. So that's the end of the first quarter. Hatboro Horsham 14, Norristown Eagles 7. Both teams go to their respective sidelines.